Well, I will happily accept a 2-1 homestand, and I will happily accept that we can only get out with the series win against Cincinnati Reds. While we don't sweep, I'm still happy about this series. Nothing much to complain about this series. And the fact that the Reds did play a little bit harder in this game to ensure not to get swept, and I can understand that. But yeah, man, Alcantara worked 6 innings, which is not bad. He only gave up three runs, which is not good either. But a former Gator, Brady Singer, pitched better. He pitched a little bit better than Contra, which is why yesterday I said this could be a little bit of a tougher matchup. We start with the play-by-play. The top of the first inning, there was a double, so all to a rough start already. McLean had grounded out to the catcher. Friedel, there we go, I got it right this time, was able to go to third. De La Cruz struck out swinging, but then Lux, can't forget about Lux, single to right, and Cincinnati gets a 1-0 lead already, and Marte line out third. Bomb to first, though. It's our only offensive scoring we had in the whole game. This was a last year problem. They worked. They had a good inning in the first couple, which is in this case the first inning, and they have not scored ever since. That's where a little bit of frustrating part has happened. But Edwards flat out center, okay. Then Sanchez ground out to first, so already with 2 outs to start the game for the Marlins. But then Wagman continues his hitting streak, and with Wagman doubling to center, and then the next batter, Matt Mervis, again crushed it to right, 384 feet. That may not sound like much, but he was able to get yet another home run. There's a go-ahead home run to the Marlins take the lead. That's a 7th home run of the season, and we're still in the month of April, so we're still early stages in the season. And then Cobb and Stowers struck out swinging. Top of the second, 1-2-3 inning, not bad. But also the bottom of the second inning, 1-2-3 inning. Top of the third, Alcantara pitching, and then here comes Austin Wynns, who we hear has 6 hits against the Orioles on Sunday. He hits a home run to left to tie the game 2-2. Fantastic. And then three batters in a row that he was able to get an out from the ground up, line out, and a ground out. Bottom of the third, 1-2-3 inning. Top of the fourth, 1-2-3 inning, and bottom of the fourth, also 1-2-3 inning. So no offense whatsoever. So the game is moving along slowly. Then Fraley, the top of the fifth, works a walk. He stole second, and Steer singled to center. And I just feel like you have to be able to get that. Fraley scores, and the Cincinnati Reds gets a lead back, and Austin Wynns gets single. So at that point, 2 men on. There was a fielder's choice. There was a fielder's choice there as the runner to first was out at first. I think, as far as I remember, yeah, there we go. Actually, no. Hold on a second. Why is this confusing me? There we go. Ground out the first. Wins. There we go. I don't know why it glitched out for a second. Wins was out a second. It was a fielder's choice there. They were trying to get the guy out at first, just couldn't get there in time. McLean that grounded out to the shortstop. That was a nice play there. Really nice play there by the shortstop, and keep the guys at bay. And ground out first. De La Cruz works a walk. There's bases loaded. And then a tough pitch for Alcantara. Struck out looking. Lux is out. And they escaped with bases loaded. Ball in the first. There was a double by Simon, but nothing to talk about there. Alcantara still pitching a 1-2-3 inning. Singer. Edwards able to get that single in, but nothing since. So opportunities are being wasted. Henriquez comes in the pitch. Steer reached on an infield single. And this was a great play by Poli. Poli had to get that ball before that ball was able to get through left field. And I think if Poli didn't get that baseball, sure it was caught off by the pitcher, but if that got away, that would have been a double, maybe even a triple. but it was able to keep it at, it was able to be infield single left. So great play by Poli. Wins fouled out the catcher. Friedel struck out swinging. McLean struck out swinging. There we go. Bottom of the seventh, Jabal comes in the pitch. Only a single from Liam Hicks. They're talking about that the Marlins have the best average in baseball, which I think it's at 298 as a team. Highest in the league right now. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. As soon as they mentioned that, guess what? The average can go just a bit higher. I guess Liam Hicks was able to get a single to left, and nothing since. And that was the one with this at bat, that was pretty dangerous. That bat was so broken that the top part of the bat went to the Reds dugout, but kept the handle of the bottom part of the bat. That was nuts, but still couldn't get anything in. Then top of the eighth, this is where we lost this game. De La Cruz single to right. You can only contain him as much as you possibly can. You cannot stop Ellie De La Cruz. It was only a matter of time that he was going to get a base hit in this game, and he was able to do that against Veneziano. Dunn then comes in to pinch hit for Lux. De La Cruz obviously stole second. He was going to steal third, but foul ball, thankfully. But Dunn grounded the shortstop. De La Cruz only able to get to third. Fine, whatever. Marte works to walk. And then this play, only one pitch in. Candelario grounded to fielder's choice, and it was a great play by Otto Lopez. Really good play, but Liam Hicks just could not tag De La Cruz. There was a challenge by Clayton McCullough, and he got De La Cruz, but on the dreads, in the hair, the dreadlocks. And that does not count. It does not count as a tag. You have to tag him anywhere in the body, like the back, the shoulder, as long as he would not reach the plate and he gets tagged on the body part, no matter where it is, then he would be out. The hair does not count. It does not count. So De La Cruz was safe. The call stands, and Cincinnati has a 4-2 lead. So that's bad. 4-2 Cincinnati Reds. Cincinnati lead. There we go. My English. And then Hayes worked into a double play. So let's see here. Hayes worked into a double play. There's an out at second. Marte was safe at. Was it Marte? Let me see. Yeah, Marte was out going home to a rundown, and then this was a nice play, a really incredible play by the first baseman, throwing it to third to tag off Marte, and I gotta tell you, great play, absolutely fantastic play by the first baseman. So Hayes was able to get home safe, and then Marte was out at the rundown at third, not at home. So technically speaking, it was at third, not at home plate. I don't know why ESPN said that. But regardless of that, Marlins are down by 2 points. Bottom of the eighth, Poli single to left. That's it. X lined out to left. Poli was able to go to second on the wild pitch, but 2 lineouts in a row to left. Top of the ninth, Soriano still pitching. Why is he still on this team? Why? Steer walked, wins, hits a double. That got through. And this was my point with Poli earlier, that how good of a play that was, because that was going to happen. You cannot make that play every single time. I wish you could, but he didn't. And then Steer scores. It's now 5-2 Cincinnati, and that would be your final score. Since the top of the ninth, Friedel struck out looking, good pitch. McLean struck out looking, good pitch there. De La Cruz was intentionally walked, and then Dunn comes on at bat to potentially be the last out. But FanDuel Sports says bases loaded, 1 out. I don't really comment much on FanDuel Sports Florida, but this season, I think there's a good time to talk about it, because this season there has been some technical issues with FanDuel Sports scoreboard. Do you notice that? Like, there will be times where the count is a little bit wrong like if it would be a 2-1 count, then they pitch, it'll be ball 3, right? No, it was actually ball 4. In some cases, that would happen. But, my goodness, bases loaded with 1 out? No, there was 2 men on with 2 outs. Thankfully, they eventually changed it, but they still had it at 1 out when there was technically 2. They got to do something with the FanDuel Sports scoreboard because there was some errors for a while now, and the fact that they haven't resolved it perfectly yet is mind-boggling. They're experts in FanDuel Sports. I don't know how you didn't get that right. But anyway, bottom of the 9th, all the flyouts were at right field, and the right fielder was able to make that nice play to get Otto Lopez out for the final out. And the Reds win this game 5-2, avoiding the sweep against the Marlins. But again, I'm not upset about this one because I can take a 2-1 homestand and we win 3 games straight. And yeah, sure, it puts us down to 2 games under 500, but this could have been a whole lot worse. But the batting, yeah, they can still hit the baseball. They can still hit the baseball. They have 6 base hits, the Marlins. And we got a home run out of this game. But the Reds, they were just better in this game. I shouldn't say a little bit because that seems a little bit stretch. They were better this game. They were better. The pitching was better. Soriano still stinks, but I can't be upset about this loss. Can't be upset. I would, but I'm not. It's not a big deal. It's not that much of a big deal. We got the series win. It's not like they had a big lead and then blow it. Then I'll be upset. But we didn't really have. Well, we had a lead, but then they came back from behind. It was just a point early on. But regardless of that, GG Reds. Now we go to Pacific Northwest, the Cascadia region against the Seattle Mariners. That's a tough one. That's going to be a tough games. All of them are going to be, most of them are going to be at 9:40 first pitch. So the first game will be on Friday. Cal Contro, who is struggling start against Logan Gilbert, has a 2.63 ERA. He's 1-1 of the season so far. The whip is 0.88. With 41 strikeouts. That might be a Mariners win on Friday. Might be a Mariners win on Friday. And the pitching matchup is closer on Saturday. Connor Gillespie versus Luis Castillo. Gillespie struggling to start the season. There might be a tiny chance on Saturday. But I think our best chance is on Sunday to beat the Mariners. If we could get a win out of this one, and I hope it'll be on a Sunday, I'd be pretty happy. Max Meyer versus Bryce Miller. Miller is still a good pitcher, but he has a 4.21 ERA, and Max Meyer with 2.10 ERA, and he has 41 strikeouts. That 14 strikeout night on Monday is what made him really one of our best pitchers. Max Meyer might be our next ace, depending on Alcantara deal and stuff like that. But we'll see what happens. You never know, mostly because our offense and our hitting is that good. So who knows? They might surprise us. Not tomorrow. Tomorrow's our off day. There's 2 games. No, 3 things tomorrow. We'll talk about that. That's a whole different conversation. But regardless of that, that's it for this video. If you like this video and not the game, because the game wasn't that good, but you know what? I'm happy. I'm still happy. We got the series win, and that's pretty much all that matters. That's all that matters to me, is getting the series win. But yeah, man, that's gonna do it for this one. If you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe our content, because Miami TVG has your back. When he does, he'll be right there with the favorite team you deserve. This is Miami TVG. Everybody, have a good rest of the day. Tonight is Game 2 of the Miami Heat versus Cleveland Cavaliers in round 1 of the Eastern Conference playoffs. Have a good one.